Yo, it's your boy. It's that man again. One and only, one and only one. It's your boy T Studio X coming at you live, which I'll be talking about, as you can see the title, and I will be doing the topics that is written in the description. So I'm gonna see if we can do some little bit of bass lines. It is Tuesday, March 23rd, 2021, and it's 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So I like to talk about what is going on in this world nowadays, especially in my area where I live and the surrounding areas where we live. We surrounding areas like we usually go around the county and stuff like that, and they made restrictions about that since we can't leave the certain part of the the valley and stuff like that. That is some bogus stuff right there. This is why I'd like to do a stream about it. Enough is enough with the disasters and bogus restrictions. That's what the exact title of the stream would be. Because nobody is not going to buy these stupid, shitty, freaking restrictions and their bogusness. Because we already know that is unacceptable. What do you think? I bet that happens in other states too, but probably not just Pennsylvania. But you know what I don't like about our state governor? Our state governor sucks. With the throughout the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, like I said, we have a shitty freaking governor named Governor Wolf, and I do not like him at all. And there's like another person. I think the person's name is Rachel Levine. I don't like that person either. If you know what I mean. These people for the whole time screwed up everything. So I'm just going to talk about what's going on. Even the latest news, which would be the shooting in what is it, Boulder, Colorado. People go into like a supermarket or a grocery store to shoot people. How stupid is that? How stupid is that? That's what I'm going to say. How stupid is that? You mean, yeah, how stupid is that? Claiming multiple lives. People trying to go shopping at the grocery store. Come the freak on. And the shit like that's blown out of proportion. And this shit here in the freaking United States needs to fucking quit. Because we freaking had to freaking hear. Because everything that we see in front of us is a bunch of horse shit. When things get worse than ever. Just a little bit of bass and stuff like that. Hopefully you guys hear the bass and stuff like that. So, first, I like to see what's going on with the shooting in Colorado and stuff like that, in Boulder, Colorado. Because so the question is, why would somebody go into a freaking supermarket and shoot people? You mean the stuff that we see is so freaking stupid? You mean why would somebody go into a supermarket and shoot people? What the hell? That's why I want to ask the question, and yeah, people are trying to find answers and stuff like that. And these bogus restrictions should be revoked. These bogus restrictions that we had to deal with it over a year should be revoked. And so are the mask mandates. These mask mandates should be revoked. Do you agree? Wearing a mask should be freaking optional, not mandatory. That's exactly what I mean. That's exactly that I want to say. That's coming out of my mouth. The mask mandates should be freaking revoked. You mean who's creating all this freaking garbage? You mean shooting garbage and stuff like that? Any garbage that people have to deal with. Or nationwide here in the United States. You mean that's just freaking terrible. And oh yeah, Biden wants to ban was it take away the guns and stuff like that. I remember seeing a video of Biden trying to get onto a plane a trip so many times. What's freaking good about him anyway? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. 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 No, yeah, I'm going to talk about ads later in the video. Not, I mean, live stream. I like to talk about ads in general throughout the live stream, but yeah, later in the live stream. So make sure you don't miss out on when I talk about ads and stuff like that are so annoying. Like, it's not just on YouTube, it's on TV, it's on some of the subscription video. I mean, subscription. That yes, on subscriptions. There's some of the ads that you can't. It won't even let you skip. It forces you to watch the whole darn thing, which I think is ridiculous. And I know that that's how they make the money and stuff like that. It's. I mean, sometimes these ads are pain in the ass. What's up, Logan Plays? Great to see you. I'm so shocked that I got 1.5k subscribers in 4 hours. and you got your community tab. Good job on your community tab. Hopefully, you can make a community post and stuff like that. On what's that? January 6th. That's why I got my community tab. And on the 17th, I remember when on the 17th of December, I remember when I hit 1K. So I remember that. So I'm just gonna go to focus. What's going on? Yeah, sometimes ads are a pain in the ass. YouTube ads, I know they're there for the ad revenue, but they don't need to put that many ads in a freaking video. For Pete's sakes. Because let's say when you watch let's say if you watch maybe a 20-minute video. Let's say you watch it on your computer and you see a ad that comes in, was it 5 seconds, the pre-ad countdown. I freaking hate that. It comes up with a soft fade and it comes up when it goes down to 1 and then the ad pops up. Freaking hate that shit. Freaking hate that crap. And I know ads are there for the ad revenue for YouTube and stuff like that, for the monetized videos. But yeah, I've seen ads on a freaking channel that only has like 80 subscribers. In his or some of the channels that has ads in it, it's not even monetized. You know what? You know what's ad I freaking hate when I see that the Reese's commercials, those Easter commercials, a chick and egg. I mean, yeah, a chick and a chocolate Easter egg. I freaking hate that commercial. I see that on freaking TV. When it's like March or April, somewhere in the category when it gets closer to Easter, they broadcast. I mean, they freaking advertise that shit. It's just freaking candy. For Lord's sakes, it's freaking candy, and it's a moneymaker. I mean, yeah, I know people used to go to like what's the Easter egg hunt. Yes, I know I know I've done the Easter egg hunt when I was a little kid, but clearly when Easter is when Jesus was resurrected from the tombstone. I mean, resurrected from the dead, and he was risen on Easter Sunday. You mean I've talked about that last year? But leave it on commercials and ads and stuff like that, advertisements. Since I'm talking about advertisements, I'm just talking about the advertisements in general. You know, it was the dumbest commercial I've seen. I remember seeing a chocolate bunny falls in love with a peanut butter, Reese's peanut butter jar, and they kiss together. I hated that commercial. That commercial's so retarded. It's not even, it's not even funny. Yeah, that commercial. That's not even remotely funny. That it's not even close to be remotely funny. It is dumb as a box of freaking rocks. And Geico commercials, some of them are dumb. They throw in some random animals in there that does not fit in the commercial. And it's the only animal that fits to the commercial is the Geico, not freaking camel, pigs, goats, and stuff like that. A walrus and a freaking hockey ring that's fat, that's so fat. They come up with dumb commercials and stuff like that. And yes, I know commercials make money to advertise on TV and stuff like that. So I hope you guys had a great Tuesday. Great. I hope you had a great afternoon. Today was just nice and stuff like that. I know tomorrow here we're gonna have like rain and stuff like that, and it's gonna be like a little bit cooler. So better put on that jacket. And then Thursday will be like 80 degree. I mean 80 degrees at least. At least about 80 degrees. 79 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Unless the weather changes. You mean I don't mind car commercials, but some commercials. Yeah, I remember seeing a Pizza Hut commercial, and it was an unskippable ad. Pizza Hut, and I love Pizza Hut, and I keep forgetting that there's no Pizza Hut in my location. My God, I hate when they freaking advertise that shit. Pisses me off, or pisses everybody off when they see places like that getting choked out. There's another topic that I could tackle down when places are gone out of business. And sometimes the website is it says in Google Maps. I'm going to take. I would love to do a rant on Google Maps because they're not even accurate. They're not even accurate at all. You mean they're not even accurate at all? Because today I was looking for like a dealership. So today, this afternoon, I was looking for a dealership on Iron. No, it can't be Iron Mine Road. It's not that. Iron Mine Road. That's in Troy. That's outside of Troy Township, Pennsylvania. If you know what I mean. Before I tell you that, yesterday I was in Rome, Pennsylvania, and there was this little pre-owned dealership that was freaking closed. There was no cars there. No cars there. That place was freaking dead. So that's after we went through like White Sox to check out some cars. I checked out one of the newer Fords. It was like a Ford Escort. No, not Ford Escort. Ford Eagle Sport. I think it's got the 1 liter 3 cylinder motor in it and stuff like that. Those are pretty nice cars, but there ain't no way that I could freaking afford that. I would love to have one of those cars. So I typed in Williams Honda and stuff like that. I mean, I thought there was a dealership in, oh, I thought it was like, what is it, the Mile Road? I can't spit it out. So Mile Lane Road. So I followed on Mile Lane Road, and, and the address was 6221. And I looked on my right. The building does not fucking exist. There was no freaking building there. There was no building there. And the question is, why is it on Google Maps in the first place and it's physically not even there? You mean I'm talking about the physical building? What's up, At It Again Media? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chat. Got 4 wonderful people in the chat and 6 likes. Yeah, much love to you. Yeah, I was going to tell you about yesterday. So I went through Rome and stuff like that with the staff. After going through like White Sox, going on Golden Mile on White Sox, checking out cars, trying to look for like a first car. But I want to try to look for like a decent used pre-owned car. You mean, yeah, like you said, Google Maps, they need to fix, they need to like fix that crap. They really do. They need to fix that crap. Because normally, if there's a place on the map, then the physical place should be there. The physical building and the place should be there. If there's something like that on a Google map and there's no physical place, there's something wrong with Google Maps. That's for sure. Let me go for like another one. Try to look for, I think it's called D&E Auto Sales in Rome, Pennsylvania. So that freaking closed. and the website of that's still up. And that freaking place is, I don't know how long that place has been closed because I remember what is going on. Well, that place is, I mean, I'm talking about when the places are, I'm talking about why Google Maps are inaccurate. It's located on Pear Blossom Lane, Rome, Pennsylvania. And I came in 27 minutes late. No worries. No worries. I'm not going to be mad at you for that. Yeah, the Facebook page is still up, and I'm just looking at it right now. Facebook page is still up. And what do I see under the sign called D&E Auto Sales? It says for sale in big letters. Big letters. And I look to my right when we pass that road to that building that's abandoned. No cars. No cars are there. No freaking cars. Nothing. All these pre-owned dealerships, they, they're really getting choked out. I mean, it's so ridiculous. What they don't even. I mean, I don't know why that place is even closed and the website's still freaking up. It doesn't make any sense. And then easy credits, whatever that freaking place is. Google Maps have a certain time they photo area via satellites, but they need, yeah, I think they need to get it that, yeah, they need to get their facts straight because when businesses close, that location on the map should disappear. Yeah, that's how you spell satellite. I mean, wait, wait. Hold on a minute. Satellite. So satellite spells out. Yeah, I think that's correct. It's yeah, I think it's correct how you spell satellite. 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 So I'm gonna try to look for more cars and deals and stuff like that. So I like to. I'm trying to avoid buying a lemon because I'm talking about lemon cars that basically stops in the middle of nowhere. Try to avoid cars that are like that. I hate when those little small like business like dealerships go out of business. I hate that. And I know corporate dealerships like depends what it is, but it depends what area people live in. So what's up, B-Loves? Great to see you. Great to see you. Make sure you grab each other up and show some real love to everybody in the chat. Don't you hate when you see places disappear off the map? You mean we know it's wrong. So and so some people doesn't tell us there is what's behind that reason, what's closed, and every time we go farther then and then we know it's like a little bit everywhere. We just go everywhere. When you see places are out of business or sometimes, it's just I think it's just dumb. You mean how worse that these that it could be? I'm trying to look for like a car that's like nearly. I'm trying to look. I'm trying to, you know, I'm trying to look for like a at least a budget car, like maybe a sedan. I've got Facebook. I don't want to buy those lemons. I'm talking about lemon cars. That's that's a clunker. I don't want any clunkers. Okay, the next thing I'd like to talk about. Well, it's kind of hard to see if there's any like markets which are literally closed down and shut down. Small businesses always getting choked out, even family owned businesses getting choked out. It's either from the stupid ass pandemic shit and stuff like that, It's just dumb. Sometimes they close they sometimes the health the CDC they probably forced to close stuff down. Two couple dealerships and you know so definitely like to you know definitely to look for an insurance companies because I had to have insurance to get the car on the road, the title, the inspection sticker. I think there's the the license plate, the vehicle registration, and stuff like that. Haven't got the title. I think that's for the vehicle, but I know I've been looking for cars and cars and cars and cars, but it's about time I will be looking for more cars. Had a notebook that had cars in it. I wrote down two cars. One of them was a 2007 Chrysler Sebring Limited, which is like blue color. We know the you mean it's hard to find a car that's like in a decent condition. Kind of look for the one that is like at least like decent, clean. For all of us, we had enough of these restrictions because restrictions are useless and it's bullshit. Wearing a mask is bullshit too because wearing a mask over our faces does not solve any problem. We all should know that by now. And tell that freaking Dr. Fucci, what the hell, whatever he is, not to make these freaking restrictions that they ram in our freaking faces. Because we are officially done with that crap. That's right. I said we as an all. We are done. And screw the New World Order. Nobody's looking for that crap. At at your job, if you had a communication board post, would you? What are you looking for? I don't know. I mean, it's hard, 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 hard. We know that things are not will not be easy. We know that. Even I know that. And oh yeah, let me talk about my Spectrum. They want me to pay $200 a month, and I only got like the basic channels and the internet. That's all I freaking got, and I'm paying $200 to have their service. $200. And I know that price like that is outrageously ridiculous. That's for sure. They trying to suck money out of our freaking wallets. That's what they're trying to do. And I hope everybody is watching this. I think the government in this freaking country needs to straighten their asses up. They really do. They need to stop the shenanigans, what they are doing. Raising prices on food, raising prices on repairs when the vehicle when their vehicle breaks down, stuff like that, and the insurance for the vehicles. When people has insurance for the vehicles, they probably would pay for that. So people will probably won't pay for that because it's too high, and they and look what they try to do. They trying to tax everything, tax everything. This is what I hate about friggin' taxes. I'm talking about taxes means empty payments, empty payments. That's what taxes basically are. Empty payments. You mean if the prices continuously to go up, the economy is going to freaking crash. That's what's going to happen when they raise the prices up on everything, which includes like food. Well, let's say when people like that buy like a house and they gotta pay like mortgages, the property taxes, and all of that. And plus they got to pay for like utilities and stuff like that. The electric bill, light 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 bill, the electric bill, pretty much the same. The water bill, water and sewer bill, garbage bill. Just it depends what what they live, where they live. The TV, internet, phone. If people still has a landline phone, they would pay for the phone bill and stuff like that. I bet the phone bills are freaking skyrocketing. Pretty sure they are. What's up, Tino Delgado? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chat. Working on my own television show on YouTube. I only have Amazon Prime and Netflix. Yeah, I got the same thing too. I got Amazon Prime and Netflix. I got Tubi TV. I watch videos from there, but I have to deal with stupid ads because they get in the way. There's ads that you cannot skip, and it forces you to watch stupid ads. I hate that. Really do. I know we all do. Yes, we know ad makes money. I know ads on YouTube. I know they make. I know ads are there for the revenue and stuff like that, for YouTube and stuff like that. You mean these prices are crazy? Oh yeah. To mention the gas price. I won't forget about gas price, the oil price, the tire prices. It costs so much to get like new tires to put on the vehicle. Like the whole set of tires, it would cost a lot. Sometimes it just costs a lot of money, a lot of money. And these high prices are what I call them budget breakers because they break budgets. No, yeah, vehicle payments. Let's say when somebody is leasing a vehicle, they probably have to pay a lot on that as well. Even rental cars will probably pay money on that. Rental vehicle, you'll pay money on that. People like that are literally getting ripped off. You mean you, you mean I hate I when people it, it's terrible when people get ripped off, and we're seeing those rip off prices nowadays. For almost 5 years, I've been using Spectrum for my internet and TV in a bundle. Almost 5 years I've been using Spectrum. October of 2016, it was like the price of the bill was like maybe $80. It was $80 when I start Spectrum. And in 5 years, and almost 5 years later, and it's like $200. Why are they raising prices every year on that? So ridiculous. The channel apps like A&E app, they remove some of these shows and stuff like that. Number one, Beyond Scared Straight. I'm pretty sure that TV show's freaking banned. I don't even know why that channel. I don't know why that TV show's freaking banned. For what? For spite. And they don't tell us what the fuck's the reason why they deleted it, why they freaking removed that show. I've learned from that TV show. When teenagers like gets in trouble when they spend a weekend or spend time in the jail to see what jail's like, and to meet the real inmates behind those bars, behind the steel doors and stuff like that. And there's no reason why that A&E had to remove that show off their networks. Yeah, off of that network. No reason at all for that. Next thing I like to talk about cancel culture. Freaking hate cancel culture. So I remember when they removed cancel culture or a called out culture, which I believe that's the biggest excuse that they ever come up with years years ago. Nobody likes cancel culture. Why is cancel culture called social canceling? Another one of those idiotic freaking thing? Because that's what it is. With this background, we could define social canceling this way. Just reading some things. Is cancel culture permanent? Cancel culture, in most cases, is not permanent, but but it does let public figures how the fans will hold them accountable. But sometimes, but sometimes cancel culture could be permanent, like when they removed cops off of the Paramount Network back in June of 2020 after the death of George Floyd. That's a major blow right there. Major blow right there. It's because of that stupid incident. Another one, Live PD. That's been canceled. Remove everything off the air. It's because of that stupid incident. And Spectrum 2, I don't care for them. They keep on going up. Yes, I know they keep on going up. They trying to rob people. They trying to rob people. And what they trying? So what did he trying to do? Try to take our basic channels away and make us pay more? I am definitely not a freaking banker. And first of all, I don't even work at banks. You mean that's what I just said. I definitely don't. I definitely do not work at freaking banks. These prices should be freaking slashed. That's right. That these prices like that on everything should be slashed, and the taxes should be freaking cut. Taxes like that should be freaking cut. Drop these freaking. Here's what I'm going to say. I would literally drop a hammer on these damn taxes that Biden is freaking coming up with. Raising these stamp taxes on everything. I think raising taxes, that should be a freaking red flag right there. That should be a red flag. Raising these taxes. Another red flag. Closing down businesses. That's that should be another red flag. A big old red flag. Can't another red flag? Canceling out the TV shows that we love. That's another one. Another one of those red flags. Number 4, phony news. Phony and bogus news, what the media is doing currently. Hiding the seekers under a shadow. I'm talking about the truth seekers. People are that are the people that are truth seekers. They are telling the truth, what's going on, that the media's not telling us and the government's not telling us. So censorship, that's another red flag right there. So what about the people who rioted? Oh yeah, here's another one. Washington D.C., the Washington Capitol building, the fence all the way around because they're afraid that somebody might climb over it or under it. What they trying to do? Put a wall around Washington Capitol building, Washington D.C. Capitol building. They try to put a wall there, so there wouldn't be any people going in or out. That'll probably be the next thing they'll do. These corporate wannabes thinks that is so freaking funny, but they can think again. These corporate wannabes thinks that is so freaking funny. I don't find that funny at all. That's for sure. I don't find that funny at all. When things go out of hand. We know that everything in this world is a disaster. We know that everything in this world is a catastrophe. You know how people, when you see high prices on cable bills, and people end up cutting the cords with a freaking pair of scissors, and the people's like, I had enough of paying these high bills. Yeah, that's for sure. We have to act. Biden urges Congress to pass gun control measures in the wake of deadly shooting. So they trying to make up. They trying to throw in policies in our faces about gun control. I don't care about that shit anymore. I mean, these mass shootings, it that's unacceptable for that. Back in 2018 in February, multiple people were killed. Back in 2015 in June. Back in 2015 in June, I remember when Dylan Storm Roof shot 9 people in the church. And the Dukes of Hazzards was literally taken off the air and they got banned from CMT. All because of the stupid hate crimes and shit like that. Nobody likes freaking. Nobody likes garbage like that. But with the restrictions that these motherfuckers can ram it down our throats, nobody bought it. That's for sure. Nobody wants to buy that crap. It is literally a useless piece of garbage. It's what it is for the bogus restrictions. It's useless. Put like I mentioned, putting the mask on all the time when we go out in public, like in a store to go grocery shopping and stuff like that. Like I said, the mask mandate should be freaking revoked. And let me look up the word revoked is. Put an end to the validity and operation of decree, decision, or promise. That's what the word revoke is. Biden's tax plans should be revoked for good. Because these people, this is what they're trying to do. They're trying to make the whole entire world into a communist freaking world. That's what they're trying to do. But we should fight it back with vengeance. That's what we should do. Fight it back with fight it back with fight it back or fight it back with vengeance. We need to stand tall. That's right. We need to stand tall and break the silence. And we're going to be yelling, enough is enough. Enough is enough. They have taken it way too far. That's what I'm going to say, and hopefully the rest of the world is. I hope the rest of the world is hearing me loud and clear. You mean nobody likes phony news, like when they do cover ups and stuff like that, and things happen. So yeah, when bad things happen and they try to cover up with a different story, and I freaking hate that garbage. And the question is, what in the hell are they even freaking hiding? What are they hiding? What pieces of truth that they're hiding? The evidence, what evidence that they're hiding? Here's what I don't like. These freaking Democrats. Kamala Harris, I don't like her at all. Nancy Pelosi, the Speaker of the House, I don't like her either. Or Joe Biden, any other freaking Democrats that are bad, that are troublemakers. Neither of them in that freaking left wing party is freaking any good. Nobody. You mean, like I said, they tried to win. So they think that they would win. Because that's what they're trying to do. They think that they've won. They think that they're winners. That's what I like to do is pull tricks on them and see how they freaking feel. Because they fooled us enough. You mean every day we get food. And I would say I'm definitely tired of that. You remember the video that I made? I remember the video, the local Wendy's restaurant. I remember when I made like a short video when I tried to enter Wendy's restaurant to get some food from there. Made a video on that, and the doors were locked because I know it was like 7:30 at night. 7:30 p.m. at night. Doors were closed, the lights were like on, but the only available thing was the drive-through, which includes Arby's, the local Arby's. They don't even let you in. They don't even let you do like a takeout. The benches, like the tables that's inside the fast food restaurant, the dining area, and then it's got yellow tape all over it. It looked like a freaking crime scene. It does. It looks like a crime scene. It has it has like yellow tape on it, and on the looker outside the looker Applebee's, there was like a bench, like two benches that looks like a. I mean, there was two benches that has yellow tape, the yellow caution tape that crosses like an X. That looks like a crime scene. That looks like a crime scene. That's what it looks like. It's crazy when you see things like that. When I see things like that. You mean it's just dumb? It looks so freaking dumb. So in North Towanda, so right now I'm just gonna talk about small. I mean, I'm gonna talk about North Towanda, the place on the first place on the right, which would be the first restaurant on the right. It used to be Leroy's Gourmet Subs and stuff like that. So that place is like out of business for what's a years now, like 2017, 2018, 2017, what the hell, whatever the year was or whatsoever. So that place is out of business. And they used to have like pizza and stuff like that, cheeseburgers and stuff like that, and shakes and stuff like that, like milkshakes. I don't know why that place gone out of business. And then Kmart that closed down in White Sox. So that's after the the Sarah Kmart. You mean I hate it when I see places that are. Yeah, I hate it when places that are. When I see places like Denny's up in Horseheads. When I rode my bike up there on that Monday afternoon on a hot day, it was on August 31st, 2020. I remember seeing. Let me show you the photo of it. I want to see. I want to show you guys the photo of it. Okay, this is the abandoned Denny's. This is the abandoned Denny's right here. I know there's like a minivan blocking the way, but still, you see the like overgrown grass. I mean, basically, you see like no cars being there. So that's located in Horses. That's the Denny's I used to go to before they closed down. It was a nice day too, and I wanted to like go there and stuff like that, but it's closed down. I'm gonna show you the other places that has left abandoned to freaking rot. Can you? So can you guess what that building was? That building used to be the Pizza Hut. That place used to be Pizza Hut. As you can see the photo here. That used to be the Pizza Hut. So first, Pizza Hut closed down because of the fire. And then months later, they never even recovered. Because the state governor had a force to close this abandoned this local Pizza Hut. As you can see here, no, there's no cars in the parking lot. Nobody's there, and you see the top part of the roof that's been taken off. You can see that. Looks like freaking shit. I think there's another photo of it with another angle. There's another photo of it, but that's the same place. That's the same place. And in this place, like SEC, that used to be Pizza Hut. This place, that used to be a grocery store. That used to be a grocery store. This big part right here, as you see, this place it's gone. Ever since 2017, October 14th, 2017, that place closed. Ever since, it has been sitting there for nearly 7 years. I mean, not 7 years, 4 years. So before it was like a grocery store. That used to be Acme, and then there was PNC Foods, and then there was Tops, and that was like nothing now. And there's another. I'm gonna mention about the Noki's Hoagie stand that used to be there. That place is closed, and it's been sitting there, and it's been abandoned to freaking rot. I just freaking hate that. I'm gonna show you the Kmart, the old Kmart. I mean the yeah, this is the like this yeah, this is like the Sarah Kmart that closed down back in 2018. You can tell there's no cars there. That the sign has been removed. You see that? Doesn't it seem like a ghost town? Nobody wants to see abandoned places like that because, like I said, I just showed you a couple photos of it on my phone. And yes, I took those photos on my phone, as you see on my phone and stuff like that. The abandoned places, they just want there. They just want the abandoned places to sit there and freaking rot. That's bullshit. Nobody wants to see that when it's everywhere. Just think what else? Places that has gone out of business. Just think what Just think what else. I mean, I hate when I see places go out of business. Hate that. Really hate that. Sometimes family owned restaurants, family owned stores, or yeah, family owned stores. Sometimes family owned mechanic shops when people try to get their vehicle fixed. But yeah, mechanic shops or body shops, but locally owned dealerships like the pre-owned dealerships. I hate when places like that close. Freaking hate that. Really do. You mean we're gonna be seeing more of that freaking shit happening? Places are getting shut down, and our freaking choices are narrowing down to the wire until it gets down to nothing. I mean, it everything nowadays it blows. It freaking blows. So the question is, what happened to Blockbuster? What happened to all these video stores before Netflix came and stuff like that? What happened to all these stores? Like, yeah, Blockbuster. That used to be a great video store. They used to sell video games and movies and CDs and stuff like that. Before Kmart gone out of business, Kmart used to serve like they used to have like games, electronics, gaming consoles, DVD players, and everything. Before it was narrowed down to the wire, before they closed, the came out was like skimby on the games and stuff like that, and all of a sudden it closed. Same thing that goes in the White Sox Kmart, the Toronto Kmart, that closed, and one up in Horseheads, that Kmart location that closed. You mean what happened to Kmart and Sears when they closed down? When they went down to a downfall? You mean my mom used to go to Kmart? And I remember inside the Kmart they used to have a giant blue beacon light, and then you see those two floodlights like on It's like a big old rotator beacon thing, and they had like the blue for the lens. They had like a blue thing for the lens to show light on it. They had like the blue light sail. I remember when they had sales like that. How many Kmart stores out there? First one with the Kmart name opened 1962, and at its peak in 1994, Kmart operated 2,486 stores globally, including 2,323 discount stores and Super Kmart centers in the United States. From 2005 to 2019, Kmart was a subsidiary of Sears Holdings Corporations and is now a subsidiary of Transforms SR Brands. Since we have no Kmart location anymore. It's been a while since I haven't even been to JCPenney. I'm pretty sure that's closed since the pandemic's going on. I'm talking about the one at the Arnett Mall that have been there for a year, over a year. All right. What else I haven't tackled down yet? I know the gas prices are going to be such a pain because they're trying to raise it up a lot more. So they try to do that. I remember when my mom and I in the family used to go to Kmart, got our clothes from there, a little bit of groceries, a little bit. You mean the prices like maybe in the early 2000s they were like decent, and then where when those declining days of Kmart came, and I'm talking about the Kmart, though I'm talking about Kmart for when they shut down and stuff like that. The toy, even Toys R Us, they tried to. I mean, the Toys R Us they closed down, and some of these stores like that it doesn't. They don't recover because of bankruptcy and stuff like that. They just literally close down, or sometimes people force them to close down on the stores and stuff like that. It's ridiculous. Radio Shacks, that's another one. Radio Shack, that's freaking out of business. Even the Radio Shack title's still up. I mean, the website's still up. Kmart is still up on but it's the Kmart pharmacy. You yeah, the Kmart pharmacy that they had in White Sox. I mean, that was the only location that they have the Kmart in White Sox. But I already know they're closed down. Even Kmart website is still up. That's where I got my Xbox 360 back in 2011 in October when I got my first gaming console. Sarah Kmart. That's where I got my first gaming console. Buy a couple games from there. Can't believe there's no locations for Radio Shacks, no location for Kmart or Sears. Nothing. Probably not even Jason Penny. Not even Jason Penny. Other nowadays is just shitty freaking places like smoke places. That's all there is. I mean, this whole community is just getting robbed, which it shouldn't be. So there was it used to be so I know there was like Domino's Pizza. That used to be where the subway is now. That used to be the South Waverly subway, but I mean, that used to be where the subway is nowadays. It's the one on Keystone Avenue, almost across from Pizza Hut, but it used to be Pizza Hut, but it's not Pizza Hut anymore. It's like a building that's like before. So on your left there's Horn Street Value, and there's a building to your left. There's another building called HEP, and then on the left there's the Banana Curve Diner, and on the right there's a abandoned building that used to be the Pizza Hut. So, so back in 2008, somewhere February and March, Domino's closed down. I mean, what happened to the Domino's pizza? So, what happened to Domino's pizza in those locations that used to live when they closed down and stuff like that? This is ridiculous. You know, I can't stand when places are out of business. Trying to think of anything that. So I'm trying to think of. I'm gonna try to think of anything that I haven't got yet. That I haven't mentioned about that yet. Sometimes music places like you know some agencies where there's like staffs and clients and they want to go for an outing and they can't go beyond the area, which I think is freaking stupid because of the stupid pandemic bullshit. You mean I can't even go to freaking Guitar Center like I wanted to? It's so stupid. These restrictions are fucking stupid. That's bullshit. Because the stupid ass governor of our state forced us to do shit like that is to, oh, it's trying to be safe. There's no excuse for that. 6 feet apart of social distancing. Oh my god, can't stand that. We all know we're fed up with it. We want to see our freaking whole faces instead of seeing the stupid mask. So, how are we supposed to know who we are that we are forced to wear masks in the building, outside, in public? How does people even drive with them on? How does people supposed to breathe? How? In sports, in school sports like basketball, track and field, football. I mean, I'm going to say recently basketball, boys and girls basketball. How does people even play basketball with their mask on, wrestling with their mask on? Oh my god! Back in school, yeah, back in school. At least we didn't wear a mask, but thank God, because the pandemic wasn't here back, so the pandemic wasn't around back in 2010. We wouldn't have to wear a mask or do social distancing and stuff like that, like we do nowadays. I mean, this pandemic is a bunch of freaking garbage. That's what it is. It's garbage. It's freaking garbage. So I'm just gonna so 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 what are the things that I might have forgot? Should I read Psalms 51? I think I should read Psalms 51 before I end the stream. We know that God is coming soon. We know that God is the only one that has authorities. And let the earth be shaken and let the veil be torn into two pieces. You know, God does not like open greed. Neither do we. Let me see if I can read Psalms 51. I think I mentioned about that in church Sunday. Psalms 51. Let me see if we can try to read it. Oh, starting the first verse. Having mercy upon me, O God, according to thy loving kindnesses, according to the multitude of thy tender mercies, blot out my transgressions. Blot out my transgressions. So we mentioned about that in the sermon Sunday. And in Psalms 51:5, would say, Behold, I shapen in iniquity, and in sin I did my mother conceive me. I'm going to go back to, I'm going to go to verse 2, Psalms 52, 2, Psalms 51, 2. Wash me through, wash me, wash me through, wash me thoroughly from my iniquity, and cleanse me from my sin. And then Psalms 53, Psalms 51, 3, it says, For I acknowledge my transgressions, and my sin is ever before me. And there's probably a section in Isaiah 59:12. I probably won't read that, but I probably will. Psalms 51:6 says, Behold, thou desirest, or whatever that word pronounced, truth in the inward parts, and the hidden part thou thou shalt thou shalt make me to know wisdom. And there's another part in Job 38:36. Purge me with HYSSOP. Hyssop. Purge me with hyssop or hyssop. Purge me with hyssop, and I shall be clean. Wash me, and I be whiter than snow. So that's in verse 7. And then verse 8 would say, make me to hear joy and gladness. The bones will that the bones which thou hast broken may rejoice. Hide thy face from my sins and blot out all of my iniquities. I should make a song called Blot Out My Transgressions. That's what I should do. Let's make a song out of it. In verse 10 it will say, create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a right spirit within me. Cast me not away thy presence, and take not thy Holy Spirit from me. Verse 12 says, restore unto me the joy of thy salvation, and uphold me with thy free spirit. Then I teach transgressions thy ways. Sinners shall be converted unto thee. Deliver, verse 14. Psalms 51:14 says, deliver me, blood guiltiness. O God, thou God of my salvation, and my tongue shall sing aloud of thy righteousness. Verse 15 says, O Lord, open thou my lips, and my mouth shall shew forth thy praise. I think it's, and there's another verse. I know there's some verses from Job 38:36, Hebrews 9:19, Matthew 5:4, Isaiah 38:17. I think that goes to I think that goes to Psalms 110:3. Psalms 110:3. And then Acts 9:21 through 22. Exodus 4:15. Okay, back to Psalms 51, verse 16. For the desires, not sacrifice, and not for thou desires, not sacrifice, else will I give it. So Thou delightest not in burnt offering. Verse 17, the sacrifices of God are a broken spirit to contrite heart, to a contrite heart. O God, thou wilt not despise. Verse 18 says, do good in thy do good in thy good do thy verse 18 says, do good in thy good pleasure unto Zion. Build thou the walls of Jerusalem. Verse 19 will say, Psalms 51:19, it will say, then shalt thou be pleased with sacrifices of righteousness and burnt offerings, the whole burnt offering in a whole burnt offering, then shall they offer bullocks to thine altar. And in Psalms, so I think that was 19 chapters for Psalms 52. 51. The chief musician must show the star. Wait a minute. The Psalm of David with Doeg, whatever it pronounces, the Edomites or Edomite or Edomite came and told Saul and said unto him, David is coming to the house of, I keep pronounce that, I can spell it out, Ahimeleech. Can you pronounce it, but I just spelled it out. Psalms 52, verse 8 says, I am a green olive tree in the house of God. I trust in the mercy of God forever and ever. The verses. So I just read Psalms 51. Read it all. So in Revelation, it will tell you about the mark of the beast and stuff like that in Revelation. So the only thing that's the only king we all know, the Lord of Hosts. At least I know there's a song called Lord of Hosts, Psalms 46. So I'm going to see if we can try to read all the names of the Bible from Genesis to Revelation. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth, First Samuel, Second Samuel, First Kings, Second Kings, First Chronicles, Second Chronicles. Yeah, First First Chronicles, Second Chronicles, Ezra, Nehemiah, Esther, Job, Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Songs of Solomon, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Lamentations, Ezekiel, Daniel, Hosea, Joel, Amos, or whatever that is, the book of Obadiah, and then followed by that, that's Jonah, Micah, Nahum, Habakkuk, Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, and Malachi. That's for the Old Testament. Moving on to the New Testament. Matthew, Mark, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. So those are four Gospels. And then Acts of the Apostles, Acts, Romans, First Corinthians, Second Corinthians, Galatians, Ephesians, Philippians, Colossians, First Thessalonians, Second Thessalonians, First Timothy, Second Timothy, Titus, Philemon, whatever that is, or Philemon, whatever pronounced. Hebrews, James, First Peter, Second Peter, First John, Second John, Third John, Jude, and Revelation. So those are all. So that was the New Testament. So those are all the names that are in the Bible. We know that Revelation is the last one, the last chapter of the Bible in the New Testament. The last name of the Bible in the Old Testament is Malachi. This is the Bible that I should use for a roadmap. This Bible tells you everything. This Bible is a truth seeker. This Bible is a tool that we can use every day. So I'm going to read the rejoice of the Lord starting Philippians 3:10. Philippians 3:10, which I'm about to read that. Rejoice in the Lord, which I put that in quotes. In verse 10, Philippians 3:10, that I may know him, that the power of his resurrection and his fellowship of his sufferings, being made comfortable unto his death. So basically that's talking about Easter and stuff like that. When Jesus, the resurrection is basically Easter. And I remember when he died on Good Friday, he was nailed to the cross. Verse 11 will say, if by any means I might attain under the resurrection of the dead. And then 12, that's not as though I had already attained either were already perfect, but I know after if I may apprehend that for which also apprehend of Jesus Christ. So that was like Philippians 10 through 12. Philippians 3, 10 through 12. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff to read in the Bible. In Hebrews 11, everything it tells you about the Hall of Fame. So Hebrews 11, 1 through 6, I think it talks about the Hall of Fame and stuff like that. Remember James 1:22, that's easily to read. James 1:22. The epistles of James 1:22. Be doers of the word and not hearers. Be doers of the word. Be doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves. So that is a verse that people should remember in James 1:22, 1 verse 22. Oh yeah, I think I forgot to read about 1 Corinthians 6:9. I think I forgot to mention about that. You can see if you can read that. 1 Corinthians 6:9. I need to read about that stuff. 1 Corinthians 6:9. In verse 9, 1 Corinthians 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 9, it will say, Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of God. Be not deceived, neither fornicators or idolaters or adulterers, nor effeminates or abusers of themselves of any mankind or mankind, nor thieves. So that takes me to verse 10. Nor thieves or covetous or drunkards or revilers or extortioners shall inherit the kingdom of God. So basically, it's talking about things like that, like a sin. It would pretty much cast you to like hell and stuff like that. And then verse 12, 1 Corinthians 6:12 will say, All things are lawful unto me, but all things are not expedient, and all things are lawful to me, but I will not be brought under the power of any. At least I almost forgot to mention about that though. But good thing that I read it. So, dear Lord, I'd like to pray for this country. We'd like to pray for this country. We want to hear your voice, Lord, as we are trying to get through the night and day. Dear Lord, you're the light of the world. And we and the Lord, and yes, Lord, we need to repent what we did here on earth. And the Lord is the only King that we ever know, that we should know. Please help the sick ones. Please help the sick one. Please help the sick. Please help the hurt. Please help the anger and stuff like that. Not just anger, but help us with the financial problems that people's been dealing with, especially that. Now, I'd like to pray for my minister so he would get a new truck. And I would pray that we wouldn't have to deal with the restrictions that we had to hear on, that we had to do on Earth and stuff like that. The restrictions. I'm talking about they want us to have a vaccine pass. Vaccine passport or something like that. They want us to have like vaccine or that stupid shit, but dear Lord, please help us. Because please help us get through days, especially through this week. Please help us as I practice at the church on Saturday mornings from 9 a.m. to 12, and perform on Sunday at the church and listen to those Bible scriptures, and that it's true mean to me, and but not just me, but it should be for everyone. And please, dear Lord, help the government do the right thing. We thank you for the food that we put in our bodies every day. We thank you for your blessings that we don't see. We know, Lord, that your hand is not short. We know that Jesus, the Son of God, is coming back with vengeance and destroy all these restrictions that the devil has made. Because if neither of these parties, Republicans or Democrats, has the power. Only Jesus has the power. The whole government does not have the power, but only Jesus. Satan has no authority. The government has no authority. The Democrats and the Republicans, they don't have authority. They don't have authority, but only Jesus do. Only Jesus do. And thank you, Lord, for the cross that you died on Good Friday and risen on Sunday morning on Easter. But Jesus was the one that died on the cross, and he was innocent. He was a perfect Son of God. And we pray for the people who lost their loved ones due to COVID-19 and the other disastrous stuff here in this world. We know that Satan we know Satan is a liar, creating a lot of disastrous stuff on earth. Satan wants to Satan wants to deceive all of our lives and stuff like that. I mean, we are being tormented every day, and every day. And this is why we should stomp out Satan, this worst enemy ever, named Satan. Satan has no authority whatsoever. Break those strongholds. Help us get through those hardships that we are dealing with. So what? But ain't no grave ain't gonna hold me down, because when I hear the trumpets blow, Jesus will rise and the dead will rise. That's for sure. Because if anybody who are left behind, and when they see those giant doors of heaven close, it's too late. It's not just going to close softly, it's going to slam shut. It's going to slam shut with a big old loud slam. That's where the corporate wannabe would be left behind in the sudden darkness. And it's going to happen sooner or later. But, dear Lord, we need your help. We need your help. Help us get through these pandemic days. And you said, Jesus, you said that you never want to forsake us. I mean, we will never forsaken you, and you will never forsaken us. But we know that Satan is number one manipulator, number one liar. He's a manipulator. He's a liar. Satan's forcing places to close down when things get even worse. But Satan, he has no authority. The government has no authority whatsoever. Even the Bible will say the demonic or the satanic spirits or evil spirits will not have authority. Only God above has authorities. At all authorities. Blessed be your name, your great name. Amen. And we know that there's a song called Your Great Name. We sing that song. I think we sing the song Onto Your Name, but we sing that Onto Your Name. We done that for practice, but See Us Love, that's a pretty nice song to sing. You know, once in a while, yeah, pretty much when we try new songs and stuff like that, and try to get the bass line, try to get the bass right on this. So, and please help us remove scale off of our eyes the face on you, Lord, to keep our eyes on you, Lord. Since I know you are watching us and you are watching me, and we are looking for you, Lord, and the fellowship as we usually eat together before the church, like breakfast. But it's not just the meals. I mean, I'm talking about the actual worship. In the Bible verses, the scriptures that people want to hear. So Satan can play with fire, and Satan has no desire. Satan has no desire. Satan should play with fire because he'll be casting into the pits of death. Because, at least I know I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect, even I'm not. Especially the especially the government. The government is not perfect at all. Only Jesus is perfect. What's up? Yo, it's your boy Leo. Great to see you. So, what do you think of the video that I made you on Friday? I bet you like that. The video and stuff like that. The video that I done on Friday. I made a video just for you. I bet you like that and stuff like that. So, but one of these days when it's me once a yes honey when his birthday comes up, I like to make a birthday shout out and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't even know what his birthday would be. So make sure to grab up. Yo, it's your boy Leo. Make sure to grab him up. He does live streams every day and videos and stuff like that. So please help us with, dear Lord, please help us with the struggles that we have nowadays. Because, the devil has no authority. The devil has no authority whatsoever. The politicians, they definitely don't have authority at all. They think they've got authorities. Proven fact that they are wrong. Because we all know that the Lord above has all authorities. Even the media doesn't have any authorities at all. But only the Messiah above. Yeah, definitely welcome, yo. It's your boy Leo, Team Leo. Can't believe it's like almost April. I think April doesn't start till like Wednesday or something like that. Wait a minute, can't be Wednesday. Thursday. I think April 1st starts on Thursday. So we know April starts on Thursday, and then Friday, that would be Good Friday. It'll be April 2nd, and then the third will be April 3rd will be on a Saturday, and then Sunday will be 4th. April 4th will be Easter. So normally I used to have like Easter dinner every year, ham and stuff like that, ham and potatoes and stuff like that. I like to do a vlog sometime this year about that, but trying to avoid like music and stuff like that because of copyright. I could make my own music, but you know, I'd like to pray for God so I can get a first car so I can and so I could take the road tests and stuff like that. I like to pray for that, and I want to see if I would love to see the prayer work because I want to drop some heavy prayers throughout this whole entire country, which includes the rest of the world. Yeah, yeah. And I'm definitely praying for this country because this country definitely needs an uplift. This country definitely needs a resurrection. So July 4th will be on. So July 4th, 2021, it'll be on Sunday, I believe. Yeah, it'll be on the first Sunday of the month. August 6th, 2000. So August 6th, it'll be out of Friday. So what else I haven't talked about yet? You mean I've tried to cover what's everything. So you know, prices are way too high, way too ceiling, and it breaks the budget, and it's pretty much unaffordable because it's unaffordable because they love raising taxes. That's what I hate about tax risers because they raise taxes. And first of all, it's supposed to be used. Taxes are used to fix roads, fix buildings that are in the poor condition and stuff like that. That's it's supposed to be used for that, but not for the freaking government and rich people and greedy people. You see how greedy people are money bound? This is what they do. They're asking for more money as they sit on the. Basically they're sitting on money under a rug. It's pretty much what these greedy people. I'm talking about the rich people that are so greedy, especially the government. But we know that God does not like corporate greed. We know that God does not like corporate greed. Neither do we. So I hope that these prayers would work and stuff like that. So sometimes prayers don't work, but you know, prayers should work. We know that people's tired of the corporate greed. People's tired of seeing high prices. People's tired of seeing. I mean, people are tired of cancel culture. Oh yeah, I was going to be. Yeah, I was going to talk about that. Yeah, I talked some of it about it, but I was talking about when Live PD was canceled. Yeah, Live PD was removed because of George Floyd's death and stuff like that. That took place in Minnesota. I think it took place on Memorial Day. It was like Monday on Memorial Day of 2020. And then in June, in the month of June, they pretty much banned those shows off the. So they forced the networks to pull the plug on these shows like Life PD and Cops and other shows and stuff like that. Which I think it was just ridiculous. That was just unacceptable for that. I mean, they try to come up with a bogus excuse as they remove these TV shows that I used to watch, that I love, and the networks and they force the TV networks, to pull the plug on these shows, and I think it's freaking ridiculous. I mean, and I know that stuff is like that's a disappointment. It's disappointing and stuff like that. It's so disappointing when they remove shows and stuff like that. Another one, Beyond Scared Straight. I'm pretty sure that got banned from A&E since they pulled the plug on that show. I remember when I first got Discovery Plus and I tried to look for that show called Beyond Scared Straight, and it isn't even on Discovery Plus because they remove it. It's so stupid. I hate when they remove shows like that. I mean, when they remove shows, it's ridiculous. You mean there's like no excuses for that. No excuses for that. So, other than that, I'm going to wrap up the stream for your Tuesday night here in the East Coast. You with you with your boy Leo. I hope that you're watching. Yep, I hope that you're watching and stuff like that. So I hope you had a great day in the buddy of yours. It's me once on yes. I mean, it's me once then yes, honey. I hope that you're watching. Love you both. Your streams are pretty nice. So make sure you check out Watson. It's me, Watson, yes, honey. So he is live around 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I think he does that every day. So he's sometimes I usually like go to that stream and say hi to people in the chat. And talking about the channels that are real. That's considered real. Because we know real loyalty goes a long ways. Real love comes a long ways, and truth comes a long ways. I mean, truth will set us free. So, this is your boy T Studio X signing out. I hope you guys and girls have a great day. Boys and girls had a great day. You can see if we could try to make some like more videos and stuff like that. I know I haven't made any videos and stuff like that, so I hope this press would work because you mean corporate wannabes thinks that it's so freaking funny that it, the corporate wannabes thinks it's so funny. They think they like to be rich forever, but it isn't going to last forever. And it's not because, you mean, we know it's crazy. So other than that, I'm going to end the live stream for your Tuesday night. This is your boy T Studio X and one and only. And I love each and every one of you. This is your boy T Studio X signing out. Peace.